Everybody say what's up to YouTube. Appreciate everybody for watching. It's your boy, the Franchise Kid, Franchise Jerry. And today we are going to be talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble. I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. I thought the pacing of the Royal Rumbles was actually very good. I really enjoyed the pace. It wasn't something that was dragging. I felt like the Royal Rumble just really got to the point. And I'll start off by talking about the women's Royal Rumble match, which was my favorite match of the entire night. I feel like the women always do better at these events. I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 years, 3 years, the women have had way better matches than the men have at the Royal Rumble. This year's women's Royal Rumble match consisted of Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca, Liv Morgan, Raquel, Lyra, Ivy Nile, Io Sky, and a whole bunch of other females. So I feel like they all really did a good job. I want to highlight a moment. I seen Maxine Dupree German suplex the fuck out of Ivy Nile. I've been fucking with her progression. Charlotte Flair ended up winning the match. A lot of people don't like that, but at the same time, it makes sense. I don't have an issue with it at all. I feel like Charlotte Flair is very deserving, and I know she's had a tough 2024. And I feel like this is a great storyline for her because if she can somehow win a title after going through everything that she's gone through, I feel like that would be a real inspirational story. You feel me? I personally think Charlotte Flair is the best in the business. Well, I can't even say that. Charlotte Flair is one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. I will say that flat out. Who I think is the GOAT as of right now, Bianca Belair. But who I can say is even a little bit better than her, Sasha Banks. I can say that because Sasha Banks has taken her talent around the world and won a title everywhere she's been. And she's pretty much one of the top competitors in New Japan when it comes to female wrestling. So she's made a name for herself in and out the country. But I'm not here to argue that. I just really believe that Charlotte Flair deserved to win this match. She's gone through a lot of bullshit this past 2024. And I also feel like it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna hate it. Some people gonna love it. All right, the next match I want to talk about was the WWE Tag Team Championship match featuring DIY and Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. That match was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Oh, I would give the Women's Royal Rumble at least a 4, too. I feel like the Women's Royal Rumble deserved at least a 4 out of 5 star rating. You know what I'm saying? It was well put together, the pacing, and I also like who won it. So it all made sense to me. I'm cool with it. Now, the WWE Tag Team Championship match featured DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. I would give that match a 3. Unfortunately, DIY was able to retain the championships, but that's only because Montez Ford and Dawkins interrupted the match and pretty much distracted Motor City Machine Guns, costing them to lose the match, which was pretty whack. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Motor City Machine Guns, and I guess the Street Profits did that because they feel like they have a better shot at challenging Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I've been missing the Street Profits. This year is their year. They definitely need to be tag team champions. I'm tired of them getting put off and not getting their just due. You know what I'm saying? You guys got them on every fucking poster, having them do all this backstage shit. You pretty much make the Street Profits the face of the company, and they're always speaking for you guys. And for you guys not to give them their just due is honestly, it's annoying as fuck. You know what I'm saying? If it's anybody that deserves it, it's them. They deserve tag team championships. And on top of that, Montez Ford deserves a singles championship run. Just like you guys are doing with Jey Uso, you guys could easily have done with Montez Ford, somebody who's a tad bit more athletic and actually has the look of a world champion. You know, and that's no shade to Jey Uso. Like, you guys had to build him into that. But I'm saying with Montez Ford, it was pretty much all there. He was just missing the belt. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Now, the next match I want to talk about is the undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in a ladder match. Now, that match was insane. It had a lot of OMG moments. I wasn't expecting that match to go the way it went, but I'm actually happy it did go that way for you guys that missed it. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes was suplexing each other through ladders left and I would give this probably a 4.5. Kevin Owens really showed that he had a lot left in the tank, and he went out there and wrestled that match like it was about to be his last match. Like the rent was fucking due, and there was no other way to pay it. My hat off to Kevin Owens, and I really hope that they do give him a title opportunity, like a real one, and allow him to win the world championship one more time before he retires. Kevin Owens hasn't mentioned retirement or anything like that, but you got to think when you see him with all that beard in his hair and he just looking fatter. It's like you can just kind of tell like this shit ain't gonna be lasting too much longer. And I don't think his son is trying to wrestle either. I think it'd be a really dope move if WWE allowed him to win one more WWE World Championship. I mean, Kevin Owens been holding it down. He's been holding it down through COVID, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Owens is also one of those people that deserves it. But you know, they want to sell Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania, so anytime Cody Rhodes has a title match and it's not WrestleMania, don't expect that nigga to lose that title. Okay, he will be holding on to that going into WrestleMania. That brings me to the Men's Royal Rumble match. This match was actually, it was a decent match. It wasn't as good as the Women's Royal Rumble match, but I still enjoyed it. I honestly thought CM Punk was going to win this Royal Rumble. I really thought, I'm not going to lie, that's who I chose to win it. I had no idea they was going to choose Jey Uso. Now, a lot of people online also hate this decision, but at the same time, it's something else to me that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Jey Uso has been working hard as fuck. He's been consistent. He hasn't been getting injured. He's been having great matches. He looks like he's getting more comfortable being by himself in the ring. You know, like, and on top of that, he's cutting great promos and selling merch. He deserves it. He really does deserve it. Will he win at WrestleMania? That's another story. Jey Uso already went out on Monday Night Raw and pretty much challenged Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Jey Uso winning that match? Yeah, but it won't be believable. But he will win that match for sure. But do I see him winning that shit right now? No. And especially after what I just seen Gunther do to him at Saturday Night Live, no, I don't believe that Jey Uso is ready to be a world heavyweight champion. And on top of that, I feel like if he does become world heavyweight champion, they're only going to let that shit play on no longer than 3 months, maybe 2.5. And he's going to have the same type of reign that Kofi Kingston did. Somebody bigger and stronger, built like Braun Breaker, is going to take that shit away from him. That's all I'm saying, chat. That's all I'm saying. Don't it make sense? It makes sense. I'm not hating on Jey Uso. I fuck with him. I got a viral interview with him that's going crazy right now as we speak. But I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. Overall, again, I felt like they really put this pay-per-view together well. There's a lot of disdain going around, which means the violence is going to be amped the fuck up. Speaking of violence, Roman Reigns is going to be out indefinitely for the foreseeable future. There is no update on his condition. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on with him. He's not trying to give out his medical info or nothing. So we just got to sit back and wait to see what's up. But Seth Rollins finally had enough. He really snapped and he was stomping the shit out of Roman Reigns' face. Some shit you can't fake, chat, and some shit isn't scripted. And that definitely looked like one of the things that's not scripted. How do you script a curb stomp? Like, what the f-? That don't even sound right. There's no fake in that. There's a whole foot slamming your face into the ground with full body weight behind it. You know what I'm saying? The Royal Rumble also allowed us to see some new names, some fresh faces, some old faces too, like Trish Stratus. No disrespect. I love Trish Stratus, and I was very happy to see her in the Women's Royal Rumble, which she deserves to be in because she's the one that paved the way for this shit, and they should have been doing it back when she was wrestling on a daily basis because that would have been dope to see, and she's probably would have won too by now. All right, let's just keep it a fucking buck. On top of that, we was able to see names like Miss Jada Parker, Okay, we got to see Lash Legend. We got to see Julia, and we got to see Roxanne Perez and many other stars from the women's NXT roster, which was really dope. They deserved their shine. And on top of that, in the men's Royal Rumble, we got to see Pentagon Jr. make his debut. Man, like this shit was star studded. And on top of that, Speed was in the Royal Rumble. WWE is just flexing money and power on these niggas, bro. Literally, they like, nigga, we can put Speed in the Royal Rumble and this should do a fucking billion views, ho. With the Speed already had like 11 million viewers, bro. He already had like a 11 million viewers when he posted the video of him getting speared at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, man, like they flexing different type of money, yo. It's actually crazy. But yo, I appreciate y'all for watching so far. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.